Hi guys, it's just going to be me doing a small little solo gig here. Chris is going to be doing his camera work in the background.
Yeah, I'm behind the camera.
So well back there, Chris.
I know.
Today
I'll
I
add a little
thought
wave.
that for the Collective Cogs, instead of doing our usual talks for our ideas of stories and whatnot, that I do one of my own personal reviews of my favorite book that actually got me inspired to write my epic space opera. And that book is Chasm City by Alastair Reynolds. I don't know if you can see it, that's the title right there. And that's the lovely author's name right there. He's an amazing, amazing author. Unfortunately he's British. No, I'm kidding. Sorry if I've offended anyone from Britain. That's just a small joke. But basically, what this book, what it deals with is identity and what is a person's identity. And I've seen a lot of different movies, books, try to deal with this sort of idea. What is our identity? What is our consciousness? What makes us unique as a people? And how is that defined in our world, in our society? And how is it affected by different events, technologies that come out, and how we communicate, and that all affects all the different parts in our mind. And this book really sort of gets to the heart of that. And let me read the summary just so you guys have a a broad idea about what this book is about. Named one of the best novels of the year by both Lucas and Locus and Science Fiction Chronicle, Alastair Reynolds' Deep Revelation Space, that's the series that this is based on, Revelation Space, redefined the space opera. With Chasm City, he invites you to re-enter the bizarre universe of his imagination as he redefines hell. Very ominous. The once utopian Chasm City, a doomed human settlement from on another otherwise inhospitable planet, has been overrun by a virus known as the melding plague. This is when it starts getting really interesting. Capable of infecting any body, organic or computerized. Now, with the entire city corrupted, from the people to the very buildings they inhabit, only the most wretched sort of existence remains. For security operative Tanner Mirabelle, it is the landscape of nightmares through which he searches for a low-life, mortal killer. But the stakes are raised when his search brings him face to face with a centuries-old atrocity that history would rather forget. Now, obviously, the last line, a little bit corny, but overall, it gets you excited. It gets the reader excited to want to, dive into this wonderful book. I shouldn't even call this a book. It's got more class than that. It's really just a novel. Alastair Reynolds sets up this entire universe, and it's based in the Revelation Space universe, what I just mentioned from the summary. And it takes basically a small section of that universe and just focuses on it. In this instance, it takes place during Yellowstone, which is a planet that's occupied by humans far, into the future, a couple thousand, or not thousand, but a couple hundred years into the future after they've left Earth and explored the galaxy. And the really cool thing about this book is that the way they focus on the melding plague and how it sort of corrupts tissue, and all the nanites and all the machines and that are inside all the people's head, it sort of like goes berserk and starts, sort of basically what the title of the plague is, just melds with everything. It sort of twists it and forms it into a very perverse sort of world, and it's really just a great read. It has a lot of astrophysics terminology, because the guy has a PhD in astrophysics and space and all that other scientific stuff that I can't really name properly because I don't have degrees in those areas, but he really knows his stuff. Like if you want good, hard science fiction, I would definitely read this book. And even if you can't understand his terminology, sometimes I can't. I have a problem distinguishing what he's trying to get across with his science. It's his plot and execution of it that is just harmonious. It's truly fantastic. Just the way he sets up his characters. I don't want to give anything away for any of the people who actually want to, read the book. But it's just a fantastic, fantastic read. I'd recommend it to anyone. If I had to give it a if I had to give it, out of 5 stars, I'd give it a 5 out of 5. It's the reason why I'm currently working on my space opera. Even though I have all of my acts planned out, I really don't have any titles for it or anything. It's still in a production mode. But he's the reason why that I'm doing the writing that I'm doing right now. So I just wanted to have my little quip in about this fantastic book. Highly recommend it to anyone. It's a great read, and it's a fun read and an interesting read, and you just really get into it. It might seem slow at first, but just have patience. Try to read books that are out of your norm. That try to don't suit your style, because that's how we got to where we are now, by trying things that are not in our comfort zone. They're not sort of what we know at best, and it can be exciting, it can be painful, it can be dangerous, but well, not dangerous if you're just reading a book, but you catch the drift. So I just wanted to give you my little 2 cents on this fantastic book. I hope everybody's doing good, and hopefully soon Chris will be able to do his own book rating and review. So this is Timothy, and I'll see you guys later.